Okay, so by far one of the most asked questions I get from you guys is what niche should I do? Like, if you looked through these DMs right here and just saw every single chat and saw what people are asking me, a big amount of them are just you guys asking me what niche should I do? And this video is going to be addressing that because one, that's a stupid question and I'm about to explain why. But two, in this video, I'll explain how you actually can get into a good niche or at least find a niche that interests you and you'll actually be good at and be able to outperform it. Okay, so first, the reason why what's a good niche is a stupid question is because mainly it's going to revolve around what you are good at or what you actually know how to do or what you're interested in. It would be very hard for me to differentiate on a niche that I didn't know anything about and didn't care about at all. So when you broadly ask what's the best niche to go into, there's a bunch of different niches that all can work, but you have to have the skills and knowledge to actually make that niche work. And if you don't, then asking what's the best niche, like you're doomed anyway. You need to have some way of actually improving and pushing the niche forward before you could expect to actually see any results with it. So that's the first reason it's dumb. And the second reason why that's stupid is, let's say I did have the absolute most perfect niche and I kept it to myself, and finally you asked me what is that perfect niche and I start telling people what that niche is. What do you think is going to happen when I tell everyone that keeps asking me what's the best niche to do the same niche? That niche is going to get oversaturated and you're going to have to still find a new way to actually differentiate yourself. So the whole idea of asking what's the best niche, it's just pointless and it won't work. So in this video, I'm actually going to show you how to find a good niche for YouTube automation. By the way, if you don't know me, I'm not like some crazy expert or anything, but I do own a business doing YouTube Shorts automation. So in the past 30 days, you could see alone on YouTube, we made 4.5K. And then if you consider the music sponsorships we take on, 7K plus. So again, I'm not, making 100K a month yet or anything crazy. And this is a hard side hustle. I'm not trying to make it look super easy, but this is where my results are, just so you guys know what you're actually getting. So first of all, if you don't know what niche to do, this is what I actually did. So I got into the animal niche. This channel is called Story Told. And the way I got into it was by reaching out to someone who had a successful channel and asking, does he make these videos himself and how many channels does he have? His channel was doing phenomenal and I saw that the niche might have had an opening. So I was like, if I just help him outsource this work and replicate this on other channels, we could split the profit and work together and make a bunch of money together. So he gives me like the viral strategy and I start teaching the editors to replicate this and actually outsource this on new channels and grow them without him even being there. And that's a partnership you can enter at pretty much any time. So the first way to find a good niche is to literally just go to YouTube channels that are getting lots and lots of views on YouTube Shorts and then reaching out to the owner of that channel. You can do that by when you see a Shorts channel, you just click on it. And if you click on more, sometimes they have their email address like right here. So you just fill out the CAPTCHA, boom, now you have their email. Or if they have their Instagram linked, you can just click on their Instagram and then DM them. So you can reach out to a bunch of successful channels like this and ask, hey, are you just doing this on one channel? And if they say yes, then you can say, have you considered doing this on another channel? And they're like, no, I don't have the time. And then you go, well, what if I could bring in an editor who would be able to replicate this exact style and repeat it on other channels and we could split the revenue? You teach me the viral strategy and I start managing the editors to actually make this type of content and start automating it on other channels. This is what I did and it's how I got into a niche that I don't actually really care about that much, which is the animal niche. And we started replicating the strategy and making sure it would work every single time. The owner of this viral strategy that he showed me now just collects revenue from this channel and I manage the channel for him basically. But in exchange, he gave me the viral strategy to teach the editors on how to do it. So that's the first way of finding a niche, literally scrolling to YouTube Shorts and reaching out to people who do something like this, but make the videos themselves and don't yet have an editor. Now, if you need an editor, I have a different video on how to hire an editor, but please, for the love of God, don't just reach out to people and when you don't even know an editor and never done this before and try to reach out and be like, oh, I'm going to automate this for you when you've never worked with an editor before, you don't know what you're doing. Only do this strategy if you actually have been in contact with an editor before or you know how to edit and you could start automating that on their channel. Only do this strategy if you actually know an editor that can automate this for them or you're willing to edit it yourself but split the revenue with them. If you don't, otherwise your pitch is kind of just pointless and you're honestly lying about what you can do for the person. If you know editors and you've worked with them before, this is a great thing you can do. And I have a video explaining how to find editors, so you can just follow that video. But yeah, only pitch this if you actually know editors. If you don't, I'm going to show you how you can find a good niche that you can start editing for yourself. So I'm literally going to go through right now and actually scroll Shorts and show you me trying to pick a good niche, but I basically go by this checklist. But firstly, for you to even consider a niche, you need to see that the videos can at least get around 100,000 views per short on average. If they can't even get that, you're not really going to be able to make enough money from posting those types of videos anyway, so it's not worth that. that much. Secondly, the videos need to be easy and inexpensive to automate. So if you can't automate these videos by paying an editor to do it, once you explain to them the viral strategy, and you can't do that for cheaply, then it's pointless, because then you're just gonna be tied to doing all of this yourself the whole time, and you'll never be able to scale past that. Thirdly, you want the videos to be able to be improved and actually have some sort of barrier to entry. So you need something like skill or knowledge or a paid AI tool or something that would make this hard for anyone to just do by themselves without actually having to learn about it. Fourth, they need to be original and transformative. I have a whole video on how to make these videos original and transformative, so you can see that on this channel. And yes, this is important too. The videos need to be able to be improved. So if you can replicate the video, but you can't make it better in any way, then it's pretty pointless, because this is going to be a very saturated niche if you have no way of distinguishing yourself or having some sort of branding or improvement that makes you unique and stands out and can actually surpass the guy who's at the current top of this niche. So yeah, these things is pretty much what I look out for. So what you do is you literally go to incognito and start scrolling shorts, like literally just start doom scrolling. So literally right now, I'm gonna live on camera doom scroll shorts with you guys so you can watch like what I would analyze when I'm looking for a new niche. So not faceless. This is gonna potentially...
When this guy was riding his motorcycle, one of his dogs fell out of their seat.
Yep, so this is something you can do. Now the thing is here,
and was hanging on by his leash. So the people behind him started.
So first of all, this is a niche you can do, but I think this is pretty
guy was
saturated.
riding his motorcycle. One of his dogs.
So it's basically taking viral clips and adding a voiceover to make it transformative. The thing is, there's tons of people doing this right now, so I think this is pretty saturated, so I wouldn't do it. So let's keep scrolling. Not faceless. Not faceless.
In
Again,
Sweden,
we have another guy giving a voiceover. I think this is quite saturated. There's probably some way to do this voiceover, but make it unique and distinct and different, and that's how you could separate yourself, but you need to come up with a creative idea, not something that would fit with what I do, so I wouldn't do it myself. Hard to automate. Face, face, face. See, a lot of these have face, so it takes a lot of scrolling.
Out with Jana.
Now this one has potential right here. It's an edit. You could probably automate this with an editor, and let's see how the views are doing on this. Okay, it looks like he's uploaded a couple edits, 9 million views, 900,000, 150,000, and then it just drops off a cliff. So for me, seeing this wouldn't be enough proof for me to say, okay, I think this is pretty much a viral niche. Let me keep going with this. So I'm gonna keep scrolling.
one day, an otter
This
suddenly...
is too hard to record.
Hey, what do you
This
have
has a
here?
face.
Possibly the tiniest home in the world. Can we take a
Oh,
look?
suits edits. This won't work because it's literally just stealing. Here's a video.
Chat, I love you. All right, can you say your name? Luna.
Compilation. So this seems to just be a compilation. I'm not sure this would be able to be monetized because there's nothing transformative about this, so
Somebody
I wouldn't do it.
lost their phone. Right
Somebody
there.
lost their
I got
phone.
it. I'm gonna call him and figure.
No, no, face. Yep, a lot of these have face still. No, face, face. Oh my god. Okay, here's something that could actually work.
A
Let's look
man's
at this
friend
video.
asked him to look after some eggs, but they suddenly hatched. The tiny chicks saw the man as their dad and followed him everywhere. They loved sitting in his hands or hiding in his pockets, and their bond grew stronger each day. The man let them play on his bed and stopped their little fights.
So we can see here this is transformative because it has this addition. He's probably
For
taken the
attention.
content from a channel, which you could just continuously take from. Let's see how these videos are actually doing. Okay, 341K subs, 148 videos. That's really good. Sort by popular. 14 mil, 10 mil, 9 mil, 7.5 mil, 7.2 mil, 6.5 mil, 5.4 mil. So he's getting a lot of views doing this, and it seems to be the same type of videos. Let me see on this one.
This bull grew to be enormous, but when it was a calf, it was...
Yep, same type of story.
Do you know where the city of cats is? This city has over 2...
Yep, same type of stuff, just clips with voiceovers. This is definitely replicatable. You can come up with a ChatGPT huge list of ideas. It's consistently getting views. If we go here, even of recent ones, they're consistently getting a ton of views, like 300K, 1.3 mil, 500K. So this is an example of a niche that I would go into. This has pretty good proof that it can work really well. It seems to be pretty automatable. This wouldn't be super expensive to make and to upload. It can be improved. Like, you don't have to use that default voiceover voice. You could probably find a better voiceover voice and even a better song probably. And it has original and transformative elements to it. And since you're adding a whole script, I think this would be considered an original video since there's enough commentary. So it meets all the requirements, and this is a niche I I would do. Now again, if I don't care at all about animals and I can't find a good place to pull all these clips from, then I wouldn't probably go into this unless I was working with like the owner of this channel to actually do a niche like this myself. There it is. This is a video on how to find a niche. I literally found a niche with you guys in real time, so you guys can actually learn to find a niche for yourself. Again, after this video, I don't want any comments of people asking like, what's the best niche to go into? This video explains how to do it, and literally I walked you through exactly how I would go about finding a niche like this and found one that worked. So anyways, this channel's mission is to give out all the info that would normally be in paid courses completely for free. So I hope this video delivered on that mission, and if it did, subscribe, because I'm trying to remove all the gatekeeping from the make money online space and just have everything out there completely for free. So that's my mission. If you support that mission, you can subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.